Good morning again. We are coming to you now from K-Pop Pilates and Wellness, and we are joined by our morning blend friend, I'm able to say that now,
yes.
Emily Wenzel. Emily, you always come into the studio and we always run out of time or we can't really explore. I'm always in a dress, and so we thought we'd come out and visit today to really talk about things to help expecting mothers out there with some things that they can do at home to really prepare for the birth, stay in shape, and all the things that pregnancy involves.
Awesome.
So we are starting on the medicine ball like you've done in the past, but now you're actually going to break down some exercises for us to really enlighten, correct?
Yes. The ball can be a great tool to use, and what you want to do is find a ball that the hips are in line with the knees or a little bit lower like we have them here, instead of the knees up a little bit higher. So it's hard to demonstrate that part, but that means you want to get the ball a little bit at the proper size that we've got it here. And you want to practice lifting up the pelvic floor muscles. So that's going to help you feel lighter on your feet and all the way up through the spine, through the crown of the head. And you want to feel as if you're kind of embracing your precious cargo and drawing the abdominals, the lower abdominals below the belly up, and then kind of scooping up almost like an ice cream scoop and back towards your spine and up towards the heart. So instead of a major ab exercise, you want to feel as if you're kind of hugging the womb and pulling it in and up a little bit. And that'll help decrease the pain in the back. So as you do become larger and the pelvis wants to tilt forward, you avoid putting a lot more stress on that lower back. So I felt like what we would do is some ways that we kind of loosen up the hips and the back a little bit here. So what I thought we would do is draw in the abdominals in and up, and then I'm going to have you kind of, if you had any sisters growing up, maybe you've done a few hip checks before. I've got a few of them. And just swaying side to side, and as you do this, you want to try to feel light on the feet and have the feet about even distribution of weight, so you're not putting too much pressure onto the feet and you're using more of your abs to control the work there. So
I really feel it in my tush. Is that normal? Is that good, or is that not good?
It's gonna be good.
Okay.
Yes. So then after you stabilize from here, then we're gonna do some pelvic curls where you tilt the pelvis under, scooping the lower abs in and up. And this is where you wanna try to not grip with the legs, although they are usually the first things that wanna grip.
Yeah.
And then lengthen the spine back up. Before you stick the tail out, okay? So you want to keep, there's going to be a tiny little tuck of the pelvis here. Then you're going to tuck under a little bit more, so scoop the abs in and up. If you need to, as you become larger here, you might need to widen the feet a little bit more. That's the good thing about the ball. And it also helps with your balance too, which is something you got to continuously work on. And then lengthen up the spine.
Can I just say, I'm feeling this in my back already. Like I'm sure you're probably at home just thinking like I'm sitting here, but just these exercises really, they're working things.
You're fine-tuning your small intrinsic muscles. So you're tilting under, scooping the lower abs in, and then this is flexing the spine. So it should feel like a length in the lower back and a little bit of work in the lower abs. And then as you tilt the tail back, the pelvis tilts forward a little bit, but you can still embrace and kind of hug the womb and give yourself a little hug here internally. And then just forward and back. So those are some great ways to start strengthening or continue to strengthen that area. Then we're gonna put it all together where you can do your hip check to the left and then around the back and over to the right and then tuck the pelvis under, but again, without trying to grip with the thigh. So if you're really trying to isolate the lower abs. As you develop and get a little bit larger, you might have to use the legs a little bit, and that's okay. Just know you try to avoid them taking over. So we're gonna go all the way around. And this is good even if you're not pregnant. Yeah. And if you're sitting a lot at the desk, or if you need to loosen up the back, and just be really mindful of all of the different steps in this process. And then the other way is you're gonna tilt under, go to your right, and then back and around. And so all these things should help.
Well, now we're doing the abs and the, I know we also want to do some arms while we're sitting here in the ball.
Yes, so even just opening up the heart and the chest, so you're gonna reach as you inhale, and then exhale, stretch back, and even the gaze looking back behind, and then switch. So you're gonna inhale, look up, and then exhale, make your twist. But the key is, the hard part is to stabilize from your center without moving the hips or the knees. Because what happens is the knees want to go with you.
Yes, I think mine did the first time around.
So try to keep the, opening up the heart here, opening up the chest, but then, yes, when you're pulling in and up from the core, then you can stabilize and then add a little upper back extension and stretch here. And then your side stretch. So we're gonna reach the right arm up, and on your inhale, you're gonna breathe in through the right side of the rib cage, and then exhale, stretch up and over. So the head goes with you, relaxing the head, but same thing here with the feet relaxed and the feet relaxed. Because the tendency is sometimes you might grip with the toes, you don't even know that.
You know exactly what I'm doing.
So on the inhale, lift up, exhale, lower, and then inhale, reaching, breathing through the left exposed rib cage. Exhale, sliding over without the hips swinging over from side to side. So it really does challenge your balance.
I was going to say, it might not look like we're doing a lot, but this is a lot. So again, Emily, we always appreciate your ideas, your suggestions to help pregnancy be a little easier on our bodies. So thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
And I know we might have some more fun segments coming up in the future.